Peace and blessings, family. Can you hear the wind? Being out in nature for me has been so healing, so grounding, and sometimes in a space that seems so chaotic. And I want to share with you all why it's very important to, be a part of these elements, um, whether you're on a cleanse or not. Peace and blessings, family. This is Nakia Porter of Nakia's Peace of Life, and we're talking about my 21-day detox or fast, abstaining from all foods journey, and today is day 14. All right, we're talking about day 14. So, y'all, we're getting into it. Day 14 was a very emotional day for me, and we're going to cover that in three parts still. Three parts. One, energy levels. Two, productivity. And three, um, lessons learned. So let me lift that up for you all. Hope you can see me well. And let's dive right in. And I think you can see, I think that's the lemon tree right there. Yeah, that's the lemon tree right there. So, um, hmm, what I was about to say, you know what? Give me a moment. I'm going to go and grab some shea butter. So I told y'all staying hydrated, but then also staying moist if you're in these hot climates. Shea butter is something that's awesome. We got some of the shea butter from the Nubian beauty supply store at the African Marketplace. And I highly suggest going and getting there if you're looking for beauty supply from, you know, actual African members of the diaspora shop, owning a shop, where they invite you in to enjoy yourself and truly be able to take care of yourself. So let me go grab that shea butter. Ooh, 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 ooh. Do, 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 do. All right, I'm back, y'all. Okay, hopefully that was quick. So here's the shea butter here, and I'm just gonna, because people tell you if you get dry, if you're in a hot area, what do? Put some shea butter on your lips. You don't need no chapstick. If you need to make it there you go. Oh yeah, that way that protects you from having to lick your lips. I remember when I was growing up, there was a young girl who all the outside of her mouth was white, and I never understood why. As I got older, I understood she was extremely dehydrated, especially if you eat a lot of those salty junk foods, chips, and things like that, and you drink no water. If the parents aren't drinking water or the people around aren't drinking water, most likely the child's not drinking water. Then they're licking and licking, and that causes irritation. Like I said the day before, that burning and a hot, So just, and this is caring for the body. Just give it a nice rubbing. And y'all, I was like, oh, I'm gonna do this video and I'm gonna be taking out my hair. We ain't get there. We're not doing that. Not right now. But that is what I'll be doing shortly. So that was my shea butter. Normally I lather my whole self up too, skin and everything, but just the lips so you can see, right? Just so you can see. I don't have anything on my face currently. Um, and yeah, we can move down. I've been moving towards the sun. So that's the shea butter. And I did want to share with you all briefly. This is a Too Faced that we just started using. And it's been really good. It's fluoride free and it's a vegetable based one here. Moringa. So we know there's a lot of benefits in moringa. So it actually is really nice. It has myrrh oil, sage oil, white oak, and banana peel in it. It's pretty good. So just want to share those. I'll be using this, going into the next part. It's something that's really nice. All right, so let's get into it. Now we talked about hydrating. My lips feel good. Yeah, that was from that real hot day. It's like a little burn because it was so dry, and then you lick, and then saliva burn. So yeah, I'm traveling to the sun, so y'all just come with me, okay? We just gonna go like this, because there's a beautiful book out. It's called "I Get Energy from the Sun." Y'all just traveling now. We're near the compost, okay? Well, just like plants, the plants is here with the sun, and then when the sun is coming, the plants are like, traveling. I want to travel. I want to feel the sun. So, all right, we are talking about day 14. Yeah, day 14. And the three things that we're going to talk about, right, are my one, we got this right in the video, right? One, our energy levels. Two, productivity. And three, um, lessons learned. So let's get right into it. So I think I did touch that, and we'll figure that out. But you know, this day marked 2 years of surviving police brutality. Um, personally and my family, and it brought up a lot of emotions, and I was feeling a little bit impartial about the day. I, um, and it was kind of on the side, not knowing how I was going to feel, not knowing what I should do. And then, um, the support and everything's like, um, sayings like, today is the day the Lord has made. I will be glad and rejoice in it. Doing my best to be happy that I am alive now. So what do I do with, the living part of my life now, right? Um, it was very, challenging for the entire family, especially me. Really hit, emotionally and, emotionally, spiritually, physically, all of those pieces. And so, what I decided to do was to focus on the children because the children bring me so much joy. I'm learning and relearning how to have fun and how to, be with them and make each day the best that we possibly can. And so, um, energy levels starting off were pretty good. Got up, got in a rhythm. We do this every, first and third Saturday, getting up and being able to provide something to the community that will, uplift, inspire, and motivate them to be the best that they possibly can be. That's always what I've been about. And allow people to navigate more and more to knowledge of self, the more and more that they know about themselves, right? The more and more that they can experience life fully by being, because they have that foundation. And so, being with them, that was good. It was a little slow, but then my reserves were through the roof. It was just like, okay, we're gonna children's start show. We're gonna get this in. I was reading. I did not have. Again, I drank all of my water. I needed to get some other water. I didn't have it near me, so I think I highly suggest keeping your water. Like I should have already had like a big thing with lemon and cucumber already in it and ready to go. That way, it's not like, oh, I'm in between something. I need to ask somebody to get me something. Well, if somebody wasn't there, I wouldn't have had it. Then I'd be dry and I'm trying to read it because it was another hot day. Okay, y'all, another hot day. Great for the plants. Not so good if you're on a water fast and you don't have the water you need. Okay, I'm being all honest. You can get all dried up, throat get all dry, hard to talk, and mouth get all itchy and around the lips and everything. So, hence the shea butter. But just yeah, it can become very uncomfortable. And then if you're uncomfortable, you can become crabby. That's what I'm talking about, the emotional pieces. And so, the children brought light. Uh, I needed to stay more hydrated. And then the messages that I received yesterday of support and just thinking about what I've been able to accomplish since August 6, 2020, in the healing work, for everyone. When we talk about energy levels, there are times you're happy, you're sad, you may be angry, you may be confused, you may be elated, super excited, other things like that. And just understanding that all of these are the different parts of how we feel and that they're all natural. That's a big part of, I'm kind of getting into lessons learned, but a big part of things that can impact your energy levels. And so for me, I kind of went through that roller coaster on this day of, you know, kind of feeling um, sad about what happened and, personally, feeling the weight of the day and, you know, how it's impacted my family, how it's impacted our children, and that's something that I have to deal with. Whereas before I couldn't deal with it, I didn't have the mental um, strength to even talk about it because it was so I couldn't digest it. Right, the experience itself I could not digest, so I compartmentalized it, locked it away, put it in the key. This day truly helped me in not only locking it away, but to address it, to look at it head on, and then to really count my blessings and say, I survived. There's so many that had not survived. And I've told myself this in the past, but it's understanding that these are things when big challenging things come up, even little things they can apply to. It really does require, you know, um, some time for reflection, retrospection, uh, time to slow down enough to understand when you're not in balance so that you don't, inflict the same pain that you may be feeling. And really just checking yourself. They say check yourself before you wreck yourself. Really checking yourself, seeing where you are, checking with people. And I just got one of the most beautiful, gifts to be able to share and to be able to receive, the love from my family and from my community, um, that I'm alive, that I'm here, that my life has purpose. Ooh, the sprinkler, the automatic sprinkler just came on, y'all. It's watering. The garden's getting watered. And can y'all hear it? I hope you can hear it. I'm about to put in some plants. I'm super excited. But yeah, that was the part of the emotional part. And so your mental health is very important, especially when it comes to your emotions and your emotions, getting, ahead of you, or, taking the best of you. I think that's another big part of this cleanse, which is so helpful, because I'm not eating, I can't emotionally eat. And that was one of the things that I've done. So if I'm feeling, sad, or, I'm feeling, super happy too, I'll go and eat something that, is like a reward. But now, instead of eating something, it was like, reflection time. I'm able to reflect on, why is that exciting? Why am I happy about that, versus having to put something in my mouth to satisfy that need to have accomplished something, or feeling sad. And I think that's going to be an awesome discipline practice going forward, that I don't necessarily need to go buy anything. I don't need to, eat anything. I can just chill and really be present with the emotions and the feelings that I have, and really look at them, reflect on them, and see how they contribute to my overall well-being. So that kind of goes into the energy levels. Um, I would say, even more, after the day of activities, man, y'all, I prep food. I did fruit prep. I cleaned up the house in certain locations. I began reorganizing the kitchen. It kind of reminds me of like after getting ready for a newborn, you start tidying up and cleaning stuff. For those that do know, for the moms that do know, or the dads know with their moms, when it like the baby is coming, they call it nesting. Like, I'm getting things together, getting things cleared up. I was like, where did this energy come from? I was kind of tired, but it was like I needed to make something, but something wasn't clean. So I cleaned it up. I had the energy to move this and clean this and do that. And I was like, okay. I redid my daughter's hair. Like I said, made food. And I had the most energy. I was like, I felt like I wanted to do flips and stuff. And I was like, chill out. Don't go too that far. But definitely the energy levels are stepping up, and they are, coming back in flow. And so that was super exciting for me, because I got so much accomplished, and I felt, excuse me, I felt really good about it. And then I had enough energy to just chill with the children and watch some cooking shows with them. That, I think, felt the best. Like, this whole time of like restructuring, because like I said, that day, um, 2 years ago, really took, away my ability to be the type of mom I wanted to be. And it's like 2 years later, I'm just getting into that rhythm again of, being able to prioritize quality time with them, and sit enough, because I'm not trying to keep my mind so busy. And so for those that, it's like, if you all over the place, you got a whole bunch of projects going on, you never really have time, you're always saying that you're busy, to just kind of look at that. What's the root of all of that busyness? And you could really use a break. So how are you going to prioritize it? For me, my having that quality time with my children, to just sit and watch what they wanted to watch, um, and enjoy them giggling and laughing. And I've accomplished, so much. All the things I listed felt really, really good. So, um, my yeah, that went into my productivity. So I was very productive yesterday, and I would say the lessons learned: do things in phases. Just like, for those that may not have worked in like corporate spaces, or long-term planning and things like that, normally, you think about when a building is going to be made, there's phases of it, and people do phases, so then that way the big project doesn't seem as large. It's going to be large, but if you say the first thing we're going to do is, draw the plans. The second one, we're going to review the plans. After we've reviewed the plans, we got the plans, completed, we're going to lay out, the foundation. And from there, you build on top of that. So then that way you have, um, ongoing moments to reflect. You get to see progress. And you get to count your blessings, because along the way, a lot of times, I know personally, sometimes you go, 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 but if you don't take the time to reflect and look at what went well, what didn't go well, how can you improve the next time, you always seem like you're not doing good enough or you're not doing enough. And if you feel me there, please, comment below. Um, but these things can hinder your confidence in what it is that you're doing, those that you're working with, because it may seem like you're never making any progress. But if you literally, take it in phases, like I have things I want to clean up at the house. Who doesn't, right? But if I put a unrealistic thing, say I'm gonna clean the whole house in one day, versus on Wednesday we're going to do the gym, on Tuesday we're going to reorganize the kitchen, and on Thursday we're going to redo the library, or things like that. That's more realistic. And then the body, you don't overwork the body. Again, this whole the cleanse and everything is not overworking the body, giving the body time to rest, giving the body space to breathe, giving the body the opportunity to do it. And if you give the body that, then your whole being has the opportunity. And then I believe that also provides that opportunity to other people that you work with. So it's not a constant stressor and putting people in a gear of always being in survival mode. So that would be my biggest lesson learned of doing things in phases. Like there's certain things I want to get, and I was like, I'm not getting that. All I need to do is get all the food scraps out of the freezer. Later, I'll come back and wipe everything down. But the biggest thing is just get all the food scraps out, right? And then coming back and doing things. Then it's like I have the energy. I haven't, exhausted myself, and I can go from there. So with that summarizes day 14. And truly getting to this point, I talked with some people on day 14, and I just talking with them about um, this journey, the things that I've learned, the reason why I'm doing what I'm doing, and how it's helping me, how um, oh, sounds like the sprinkler system just broke off. Need to fix it. But anyway, talking with them and sharing. So I look forward to talking with you all more, especially as we get ready to we finish in the refeeding process. So I love you all so very much. Remember to find peace in life and living foods. That's what you see, what you hear, what you consume through your mouth, and what you put on your skin. All of that. Make sure that it is for the nourishment of your entire body, mind, and soul. I love you all so much. Peace. Oh, yeah, remember to like, share, and subscribe. Later, y'all. Love you.